Hey everyone. So last time we talked about how the Bank of England was chartered late in the 17th century in England, and it was to provide a lot of money so King William and Queen Mary could go off and fight their war with France. And so that turned into what we know today as the Fractional Reserve Banking System. I'm going to explain how that works. So here's the note that William and Mary got. Recall it's a promise to pay to the bearer on demand the amount shown on the note. In his case, 1.2 million pounds, a couple hundred million pounds in today's English money. And the whole system worked by expanding on this. So this is a picture of the Tower of London. I don't know what the Bank of England actually looked like, but they got a bunch of subscribers, investors, to pony up gold, deposit it in the bank, and that formed reserves to make the loan. Became an asset in the books of the bank. And that had to start paying interest, part of the deal. New taxes would be paid in to interest. Now, once they were able to do this with that first loan, that paper becomes an asset that justifies the bank's ability to make new loans. And so they issued new paper that were credit promises that all throwed off interest. That had to be paid in the hardest money available at the time, which was gold. All that gold increased the reserves of the bank. All those notes were treated as assets to the bank, and so they could just keep lending and lending and lending. There were limits to it, but all of these promissory notes were floating around out there as paper money. None of it was real. All of it was future payments in gold. The only real money in the system were the reserves being paid to the bank in gold. And so today, this is known as the fractional reserve banking. This is how the banking system works. I didn't learn any of this in school, and I bet you didn't either. So stick with this conversation, and we'll continue to learn together how money really works, and you will never look at money the same again. Okay, until next time. Bye.